No one wanted to sit next to the disabled boy until one stranger shocked everyone. A disabled teenage boy stepped onto the crowded city bus, and within seconds, people started avoiding him. One woman grabbed her purse tighter. A father quietly pulled his daughter away. 3 teenagers laughed under their breath as they passed his empty seat. And when the boy finally sat down alone in the very back, not a single person wanted to sit beside him. But what happened 20 minutes later would leave the entire bus in complete silence, because the one person everyone ignored was about to save someone's life. Rain hammered against the bus windows as Ethan pressed himself quietly against the corner seat. He was 16, thin, nervous, and wearing a heavy metal brace on his left leg. Every small movement made a faint clicking sound. Click, click, click. The sound people always noticed before they noticed him. Ethan kept his eyes low while passengers filled the remaining seats. Nobody sat near him. Nobody ever did. He pulled his backpack tightly onto his lap and stared out the rainy window, pretending not to notice the looks. But he noticed all of them. Always. The whispers, the stares, the discomfort. At school, kids called him Robot Leg. Some recorded videos of the way he walked. Others laughed when he struggled climbing stairs. Teachers pretended not to hear it. Eventually, Ethan stopped trying to make friends. It hurt less that way, or at least, that's what he told himself. The bus stopped near downtown. More passengers climbed aboard. A woman in business clothes scanned the crowded bus for a seat. Her eyes landed on the empty seat beside Ethan. For 1 second, she considered it. Then she immediately turned away and chose to stand instead. Ethan slowly looked down again. That one hurt more than the others, because she looked afraid of him. A few seats ahead, 2 college boys snickered quietly. "Bro looks like a horror movie character." "Shh," the other laughed. Ethan heard them anyway. He always did. The bus kept moving through the storm. Then the doors opened again. An older man stepped inside, grey beard, dark blue coat soaked from the rain, calm eyes. The driver smiled immediately. "Evening, Mr. Walter." Walter nodded politely. "How's your daughter doing?" "Much better now." "Good." Walter slowly walked down the aisle while gripping the overhead rail. Every seat was full, except one, right beside Ethan. The entire back of the bus suddenly became awkwardly quiet. People watched, waiting. Ethan already knew what would happen. The old man would hesitate, maybe fake a phone call, maybe stand instead. They always did. But Walter shocked everyone. Without hesitation, he sat directly beside Ethan and smiled warmly. "Mind if I join you?" Ethan blinked. "Okay." Walter adjusted his coat comfortably. "Thank God. My knees are killing me." A few passengers exchanged confused looks. One teenager frowned like he genuinely didn't understand why the old man would choose that seat. Walter noticed Ethan clutching the backpack tightly. "You heading home from school?" "Yeah." "What's your favorite subject?" Ethan hesitated. "Art." Walter smiled. "Really?" Ethan nodded carefully. "I like drawing buildings." "Architecture?" Ethan looked surprised. "Yeah." Walter chuckled softly. "That was my dream too." For the first time all day, Ethan smiled a little. It was small, but real. And somehow, that tiny smile made several passengers nearby uncomfortable, because they realized something awful. The boy wasn't strange, wasn't dangerous, wasn't scary. He was just lonely. Suddenly, the bus slammed on its brakes. A woman screamed near the front, "My baby!" Everyone turned instantly. A stroller had rolled loose during the sudden stop and was heading straight toward the open middle doors. The terrified mother lunged for it, but slipped hard onto the wet floor. People panicked. Someone shouted. The stroller kept rolling, right toward the street outside. And before anyone else reacted, Ethan moved, fast. Ignoring the pain in his leg, he threw himself across the aisle. His metal brace slammed against the floor as he grabbed the stroller inches before it rolled out the open doors into traffic. The baby inside started crying loudly. The entire bus froze. Ethan held the stroller tightly while breathing hard from pain. His hands trembled violently. The mother burst into tears. "Oh my God! Oh my God!" Passengers stared in complete silence. The same boy they avoided, the same boy nobody wanted near them, had just saved a child's life. The college boys looked down in shame. The businesswoman slowly covered her mouth. Even the driver looked speechless. The mother rushed forward crying and hugged Ethan tightly. "Thank you. Thank you so much." Ethan didn't know what to say. Nobody had hugged him in years. Walter quietly smiled beside him. But then something even more heartbreaking happened. Ethan tried standing back up and collapsed instantly from pain. The bus erupted again. Walter immediately knelt beside him. "Easy, son." It turned out Ethan had injured his leg badly during the dive, yet he still protected the baby first. Several passengers who ignored him earlier now rushed to help. One man removed his jacket for Ethan. Another called an ambulance. And the woman who refused to sit near him earlier was crying silently because guilt hit harder than anyone expected. At the hospital later that night, Walter sat beside Ethan while doctors checked his leg. "You didn't hesitate," Walter said quietly. Ethan shrugged painfully. "It was a baby." Walter stared at him proudly. "You know something, Ethan?" "What?" "Most people on that bus could walk perfectly." He paused. "But you were the strongest person there." Ethan looked away quickly to hide tears forming in his eyes. The next morning, someone uploaded the bus security footage online. Within hours, millions watched it. The title read, "Nobody wanted to sit beside this disabled boy, then he saved a baby's life." Comments flooded everywhere. "We judged him before knowing him. This broke my heart. That old man and this boy restored my faith in humanity." News stations picked up the story. Donations poured in for Ethan's medical treatment. But the biggest surprise came 3 days later. A famous architecture firm contacted Ethan personally. After seeing his drawings online, they offered him a full scholarship program. Years later, Ethan would become one of the youngest architects in the city. And, hanging inside his office, framed beside his first building design, was a photo from that rainy bus ride. The moment one stranger chose to sit beside him, when everyone else walked away. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe for more emotional stories like Thithis.